it's WaveZ. Today we will be flying the Boeing 787-8 to Melbourne from San Francisco. Now this flight will be 15 hours. So the second longest flight I have done in the 787. The first longest was the 18-hour Qantas double sunrise flight in the 787-10. Now this is the 787-8, and this will be my longest flight in the 787-8. So, I'm going to go ahead and continue to walk around the plane just a bit. And before I forget, make sure to like and subscribe. I will tell you at the end of the video, but just letting people know now. Also, United does actually operate this route. I will put an image up on screen, but if not, it's fine. We're going to go ahead and jump into the cockpit. Alright, so we're going to turn on the battery like always and turn on the forward external power. At least what I think it stands for. So, basically, I'm going to turn on the IRSs in a second, but first let's turn on the external power. So yeah, this flight is 15 hours, which means it's the longest flight I've done in the 787-8. And the longest flight I've ever done was 19 hours. So we're going to go ahead and turn on the IRSs, and we're going to go ahead and increase the range just a bit so we can see more, and we're going to put in data into the glare shield. We'll be flying at 38,000 feet today. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put in the route in a second, but first, let's go ahead and go up to the overhead panel and start the APU. Alright, so now that the route is inputted, LNAV, VNAV is engaged, and auto throttle is there, I'm going to go ahead and call for pushback in a second here. As you can see, our route is pretty straightforward. Our waypoints will show up a bit later. As you can see, runway 28 left. So I'm going to go ahead and call for pushback, and then I'll talk to you guys when we are taxiing.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback. Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will. Set parking brakes.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
So we're going to go ahead and start engine 1 now and turn on the fuel pumps. Yes, I know I have to pretty much start the fuel pumps and start the engines while we're pushing back, but I prefer to do it when we're done pushing back. If you want me to start during it, pushing back, just let me know. Yeah.
And you see by a window, you see a little circle below the window with like a moon almost. Half of it is white and half of it is dark. And
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start engine 2 now. As you can see, it just started, so we're going to go ahead and turn on the fuel control for it as well. Alright, so now that the engines are started, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys when we are taxiing, and then we can take off. So yeah. Alright, so I did a bit of an oopsie with GSX and I selected the wrong thing, but we're going to do a flip around. But yeah, so we are on taxi now. Just try to ignore that we are going to have to make like a 180. We also are going to turn off the floodlights because it is daytime and I only needed them on for the reason of starting up the aircraft. We can keep the glare shield lights on just for a little longer, and then we will go ahead and turn them off. So we are turning off the glare shield lights now. And we're a little fast for taxi, but that will not be a problem because you can always just slow it down. So yeah, we are going to be taxiing to runway 28 left today, which is not that far. It's a little far, but it's not. So far, the flight, or not flight, but starting up the aircraft and everything has been going smooth. So yeah. So there is a plane landing right now. I'm not sure if you can see it. It looks like 737. I can't really tell. I'm pretty sure 737. So yeah, we're almost at runway 28 left now, which means we are close to takeoff.
Check your speed.
Alright, so we're going to slowly increase the throttle, and today we'll be taking off with flaps 20. So that's pretty much what I've got to say. I'm just going to go ahead and be quiet for the rest of the takeoff so you guys can enjoy.
Thrust set 80 knots.
Checked.
V1. Rotate.
Alright, so we're off the ground and gear up. Alright, so the 787 does fly better than the 777.
400 feet.
Obviously, because 777 is made by Captain Shit. But yeah, so far it's running pretty smoothly and it actually can follow a route. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the APU in like 5 minutes, and yeah, and then we can fly pretty well. also gonna go ahead and turn off the APU. Like I said, we do not need it on during flight. And I know you guys like to criticize me about, hey WaveZ, you have the APU on. Yeah, I know. I turn it off. I just never turn it off on camera. This time I'll do it just because you guys want it. So there's the terrain of the United States and Mexico and a bit of Canada, actually. I'm surprised the terrain radar goes that far sometimes. So yeah, obviously, like I said, we took off from San Francisco, and that was just about around, let's see, 2 minutes ago. So, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys when we are at our cruising altitude. Alright, so we're at our cruising altitude now. Obviously, as you can see, we are 38,000 feet in the air. I'm not sure what time we're at. The clock kind of broke. I turned off the clock, but the clock below it broke too. It's just at 1 minute. So, I'm not fully sure. And we're not even at 38,000, but it's close enough. So, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys when we are actually landing. But for now, just sit back and relax and enjoy cinematic shots and time-lapse. Said we are going to be landing at around 6 or 7 p.m. in Melbourne. As you can see, it is completely dark. There is our radar. We can go ahead and turn off the lights. I turned them back on. I don't know why the glare shields is so kind of low, but it doesn't fully matter. I'm actually going to go ahead and turn it up just a bit. I'm probably going to keep the lights on anyways, so yeah. We had to do that because procedures for landing require floodlights. So, I'm going to go, obviously we still have a little bit of time before we land in Melbourne on 16 left. So, I'm going to go ahead and try and keep our airspeed below 200, because I know in my Singapore Airlines 777 video that my airspeed was 200 while landing. That was my bad. I was just not paying attention. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was just not paying attention at all during that landing. Singapore is just a really beautiful place in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and the scenery there is just really awesome. So, please, just, yeah. So, really, there isn't much to say anymore about this flight, besides that it went extremely smooth, and I do like the 787-8. Made by Kuro. It is probably one of the better planes, even though it's default 787 cockpit, but at least Heavy Division makes the engines and the systems way better. So I'm going to go ahead and be quiet for the rest of the landing, and then I'll talk to you guys a bit after. so that landing wasn't hard. It was just FS realistic. I reinstalled it. Yeah, so that flight was actually extremely enjoyable compared to some of the other flights I've flown. Yeah, so make sure to like, subscribe if you enjoyed, and share with your friends.